Good. All right, here we are. So we're gonna do, the warm up is more not joints, but just energy. So it's shoulder, feet, shoulder widths apart, just a slight bounce, starting very slow. Getting things warmed up. And it will slowly increase this, but right now, it's a very soft motion. Breathing in. Breathing out with the motion. And then slowly we'll go a little higher. And feel the movement like water in a jar as you shake it up higher and more aggressive sink. And higher. Now we add the bobbing of the head. If there's a neck problem, then don't do the bobbing. But if you're okay, now keeping both feet on the ground, but we'll switch, called the cross country. Opposite hands. Nice and warm now. Change the plane, we'll go away. And every time we bring our hands up, it's a different hand closest to the face. Open the palm right into the face. Look at the lines on your hands. And a different hand each time. We're going to come all the way up, palms up, around. Breathe in, breathe out. Feeling those circles around our side. And then go the other way, but make a serpent and then around. Serpent, then around. And just nice big round circles. There's old shoulder problems, then maybe one shoulder totally hurts. You can do this with one arm. You don't want to get hurt. So if there's a shoulder problem, even just do one arm so that we don't have any pain. But if you're fine, do the whole thing. Now we're going to, again, with both feet on the ground, swinging, tapping the front and the back. And tap a different spot each time. swinging all the way around, looking behind you. Look behind. Fingers open. Now we come one way, the heel comes up. Go the other way, the other heel comes up. You're on the ball of your foot. Twisting. Tipping over. Now, I'm gonna switch it so that you're up on your heel, turning behind me, but my heel and toe goes up. Oops, I'm around this way. It's and then back, feet flat, swinging, slowly raising the hands without hitting the body. Fingers straight out. Slowly raise, look behind you. Look behind you at this level, shoulder width, shoulder height. And then up above us like a helicopter. Raising it to the sky. Feeling the twist. Twist, waist, ankles, knees. Everything's twisting. And slowly lowering. And again, looking behind. And then bringing it all in to the center. We're going to work now on breathing. I had planned to, we've always been working on the breathing of just the lower dantian. So breathing in and into just the lower section of expansion of the lower diaphragm dropping. So as I breathe in, the stomach expands. Now come up closer. You see this? Breathe out, stomach comes in. In, stomach goes out, just the stomach. Out, stomach comes in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And show that I want to be very calm on the chest. So I want to see that the upper hand doesn't move, only the lower hand. I breathe in. Only the lower hand goes out. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Breathing in, the stomach goes out. Breathing in, out, stomach goes in. One more time. Because now we're going to switch. I'm going to keep the lower dantian stationary, and when I breathe in, I want to see the upper chest go out. So breathing in, chest goes out. Breathe out, chest comes in. In, out, in, out. There's no more in and out of the lower. We're just working on the chest. In and out. And in and out. I'm showing myself that I can use these different muscles. Now, I want to use the shoulder muscle. I want to breathe in, bring the shoulders up to the ears. Breathe out and shrink the shoulders. In and out. And in and out. And I see that my chest and stomach don't move. In, just the shoulders. And out. So the exercises show me that I have three segments of the lungs that I'm working with. Now I want to do something like a wave. I call it a wave breathing. And this one gets tricky. So I'm going to get the light on this. So I'm going to first breathe in on the stomach by sticking it out. And now to do the upper, I'm going to bring the lower in. So breathe more in the chest by pushing in the stomach and up on the chest. And then up on the shoulders, get a little more inner oxygen. And breathe out, shoulders go down. Breathe out, this is the tricky part. Stomach goes out to breathe out of the lungs. And then one more, sticking the stomach in to push all the rest of the energy, oxygen out. So when we do this like pistons, it's a coordination that we have to do. And we try it slowly at first. And breathe in lower, breathe in upper, breathe in shoulders. And down shoulders, down the chest by pushing out the stomach, down the lower by pushing in the stomach. So we'll try this one without stopping. So I'm breathing in one piston, second piston, then the shoulders, then down, down by pushing out, and then down by pushing in. So do this. Try it. I try to do it following me without the words, but you can see the motion. Breathing in. The tricky one is by pushing out, the stomach pushes out from the upper lungs and then pushing in, and the stomach sends us the third exhale out by pushing in.
So it's all when we start, we push in on the inhale.
We push out on the inhale for the
Yeah,
stomach,
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
and then to get the lungs and the upper out,
We
I
push out.
bring the stomach in. But usually when I'm breathing in and out of only the stomach, it's breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. But I'm doing a trick now. When I bring the stomach in, I'm not breathing out this time. I'm still breathing in. So it's three ins. So I'm breathing in, breathe in again, but I'm moving muscles in of the stomach. And then in a third time for the shoulders. Now three out. And for the chest to go out, I push the stomach out. And the stomach to go out the third time it comes in. So in, out. Now, one more time, breathe in. Now I want to do this instead of choppy. I want to make it a wave. So now it's a really smooth way of breathing, of having it come in and out. Because you can't, this choppiness, I can't, doesn't make any sense. But I'm still going to do it in 3 segments, but I'm going to make it be wavy. So you see this wave pattern. Now, again, this is the exercise to teach the method of breathing, but it's not a natural. It's not a natural. The natural is called a baby's breathing, and the baby brings all 3 areas out at the same time. This was to teach us that we have 3 areas. Biggest area in the shape of the lungs is like a fat at the bottom and skinny at the top. So the most air comes in the diaphragm coming down, a little more up here, and just a little more at the very, very top with it. This actually teaches the lungs to fill up more and more than anything else. And the more oxygen, the more energy. So it gives us that edge in a competitive situation, an edge in a healing situation, and have more oxygen for healing, more oxygen in the blood. Everything gives us, without exercise, I have more energy just because I have more oxygen. So now I want to try to do it kind of almost instantly, all at the same time. But I'm starting here and moving up, like blowing a balloon. Starts at 1 and then continues, and then it contracts. Expansion, contraction, but making sure I fill up the whole balloon. So I might see it, but I'm trying to do it all with one breath, like a baby. The baby's breath, the whole body expands, whole body contracts. So as I breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Now we'll try it without actually moving the shoulders up and down, but in the mind, knowing that I'm filling it higher up, so that it becomes a natural breath and not we're not moving the body all over in strange positions and angles. I just want to be able to say, I want to fill all of the lung at the same time. And it does start at the lower, but it's more, there's no choppiness. Much more gentle. One more time. And the more and more I practice this and I get it as a natural way of breathing, the easier it is to me to have more oxygen, more energy. In a competitive situation, I have the edge over the competition. I'll last longer swimming, running, jogging, or just having the day go longer. So it's got to be natural, and we're not chopping it. We're just now learning that there's more parts of the lungs to work with. Okay, so now we'll come back and just relax now, and holding our hands in the lower dantian. I want to just be able to relax, but think total oxygen, but not in an excessive or tense manner, just relax oxygen feeling, like concentrating that the lungs have a more space than I'm used to using. It's almost like you're not even feeling the motion, but in my mind, I'm feeling it fuller. Now, if we move this into the exercise that we've been doing lately, the between heaven and earth, warm up our hands so that we can try to use the energy of getting it worked up, so that now when I'm starting out and I breathe in, my hands expand. I'm not moving my hands. I put so much oxygen in, it's creating an energy pressure between my hands and pushing, the energy is pushing my hands away. All the way out and looking one direction, the other direction. Now, collapsing as I breathe in. Breathe in again, pushing them away. Looking the other way first. Breathe out, shrinking. Repeat to the first direction again. Breathe out. And this moving of the hands up is actually really helping me expand the upper lungs as well. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. I'm doing two things. I'm expanding the oxygen in the lungs, but I'm also pushing on the edge of my energy sphere around me. And right now I'm doing the right and left. One more time to the Now I want to do the same thing, going up and going down. I'm going to keep the same hands in the going up and down for a while. So I'm going to create a ball in front of me. As I breathe in, one hand goes down, look down, look up, breathe out, comes together. Keeping the same hand going down. Breathe in, breathe out. And again, using the full lung. So I have a lot more energy to push down. Look up, breathe out. And I go the other. Swing the hands around the ball. Now the new hand is going down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, looking down. Looking up. Breathe out. Breathe in last time. And breathing out. And now that I'm down and up, now I want to go behind me and in front of me. Fingers pointing up without touching the hands. They breathe in, I go in one direction, push away, look forward, breathe out slowly, turn as I bring my hands closer together in the equal proportion of the turn and the closeness of the hand. Same side, breathe in, breathe out, slowly turn to the front. One more time, breathing in, breathing out. Now I go to the new side, breathe in, push behind, look front, breathe out, slowly turn and bring together. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now I want to work on the sash, the center of the body, like the belt, a belt meridian, a sash around the body. Energy is coming out of the hands towards the body. And both hands are always extreme distance away from each other as I turn. So breathing in, turning in one direction. Breathe out, go all the way around. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feeling that energy create a belt around the middle section. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more time, breathing in and then stopping. And here I want to breathe out. And anew, breathing in a new direction. Breathing in. And breathe out. Breathing in. Feeling that energy leave the hands and create painting a picture around the waist. Breathe out. Breathing in. And breathing out. And relaxing. Now we're going to do the microcosmic orbit. It's the academics. I should have done the microcosmic first, but that's okay. They all come in order. So the microcosmic is just around the center portion of the body, always at the spot, like a dot on a line that comes around the body. Even with where the hands is where the dot is, whether in the front or the back. So we're going to start coming up the back. Then breathe in, comes up right on the edge of the spine, but on the outside of the body, up over the top of the head. Breathing out, comes down the front. And then breathing out, goes between the legs As they breathe in, it comes up the back again. Up over the top of the head, and breathing out comes down the front in a straight line, always right where the hands are. Breathing in. Breathing out. Comes up between the legs as it comes up the backside. Breathing in. Palms up. Palms down to breathe out. And then I'm going to stop there. Now the breathing in is coming up the front side over the back. Breathing in. Up over the top. Breathing out comes down the back. Breathing in. Up the front. And breathing out. Down the back. Breathing in. And breathing out. Now this is all on the outside. Breathing in, I feel it touching right along this line, comes up, down the back side. And I want to relax. Now, I want to show you something special, a different way of doing this. I can come in close because we're only dealing with the center part of the body. I want to, instead of having a flat hand, I want to have a chi lock, which is all the fingers together. And I'm going to point at the body. As I come up, I'm breathing in. And now this time, instead of going up and over the top of the head, I want to send the energy into the mouth and down the center tube of the body by directing it from the sides. The energy is not on the sides. The energy is in like a tube right down the middle of my body. As it comes down, then I come up the back side and then in again, down the center instead of the outside. Come up the front, in, and I'm pointing my hands towards the center inside the body. Come up the back and in the mouth, inside to come down. And now I want to do it with both hands in really complicating the thing. I think we can do this because it's just the two of us. So I want to bring the energy down the center together, but then front up, back up with one hand, then in the center again, come down. Then front and back, in, and really project the energy right into the center. Really, if you feel this, I mean, up, around, in, and feel it colliding, the two energies coming through the center and crashing in the center of the body. Kind of cool. I'm up and around, inside, and then coming in. Really an amazing feeling if I feel the inside and then the outside. I'm really projecting it on my back without seeing where it is, but I'm pointing up my back and that's really cool. Let's go back to the first way that we did it. Breathing both hands up the back, down the front. And feel the difference now. I can feel it on just the outside Breathing out down the front side, one more time coming up the front, up over the top, down the back. Getting this comfort of being able to control the energy flow, of mentally looking at it, of what's happening. Now normally now we would do the belt, but we already did it. And then we go into the microcosmic, which is really getting from the heaven and the earth flow in a flat plane. Before we were on really skinny point along a nice edge in the front and back. Now I want to make a sweep through the whole front of the body. As I breathe in, the whole front of the body gets washed with the energy, the heaven energy coming all the way down, front of the body, front of the legs, down into the earth. And then as I breathe out, a swatch, total swatch up the back side, back of the arms, out the tips into the heavens. Do it again, coming down the front. I'm going to stop physically here, but mentally I'm washing the whole front of the body. It's just difficult for me to do a full squat, but you should do a full squat. Then breathing out, come up the back side, back of the back, back of the arms, all the way up into the heaven. One more time, breathing in, full swatch, painting the whole front side of the body, front of the legs, down into the earth. Breathing out the back side. Now we'll keep doing this, but the swatch comes down the back. I breathe in and it's coming down my backside. Do your squat all the way down. Breathing out comes up the front side. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in last time. All the way down. And breathing out all the way up the front side. And then relaxing. Now we've done point along the end for the microscope, like your microscope, a fine point for the small cycle, a flat surface for the macro. Now we're going to paint like a stick man with our energy coming up the center of the bone in a stick man fashion. So just the leg, I'm going to twirl, not an exercise, just kind of a slight swirling and sucking the energy right out of the earth, feeling it enter the toe, come up the center of the bones, and really feel that the white blood cells are getting agitated and the bone marrow is feeling all this earth energy come right up through the center of the bones where the bone marrow is creating these blood cells, the white blood cells, most important for the immune system, and filling up in the lower dantian. And it's one leg making this like a siphon coming right up out of the earth. And we switch to the other side. Again, a nice gentle twirling. You can either do it all in one direction or switch in the middle, okay, but concentrate that you're seeing feeling, imagining the energy from about a foot or more under you, coming right up through the toes and stimulating the bone marrow. The white cells are bumping into each other from the new energy and coming together in the lower dantian. The real mental attitude here. Now, those 2 feet are stationary, but in my mind, they're continuing to spin. And now I want to mix the two. Both earth energies coming from each side. I want to mix them together in the lower dantian. Everything's down there. Not moving the legs, but seeing them spin and then mixing them together with the gyration of the waves. Maybe go back the other way, it's fine. Now, all these things continue to move on their own without us physically moving them. But now I want to add some heaven energy. And this is all the way up from the sky, coming in through the tips of the fingers. And right, this also down through the center of the bone. And it's like a funnel coming down, bringing that energy down through the center and mixing with the earth. I can mentally see it. I can either watch it like a hose, the whole thing is filled at the same time and coming down, or maybe just little segments and following one blob of it at a time come down through the center. And I feel it, this funnel where it's wide at the top, gets skinnier and skinnier as it then comes down into mixing in the stomach. And then I want to switch, get some more on the other side. Same thing, from way up, a funnel coming down, or like a whirlpool, as you saw pull the plug out of the sink and creates that downward draft of the energy and this coming right down and mixing together, heaven and earth in our vessel. You can look up if you want, or you can just mentally see it. There's no right and wrong. How you can increase your own imagination and then becoming the real thing. Now everything's spinning, but now just the head. I want to create a funnel here. One less amount of heaven energy coming right through the top of the head. Again, a funnel. And then right down the neck, the spine, and combining it all together. I feel it hit my brain as that. The heaven energy is really important. The intuition, the love, the compassion, that all comes from the heaven, and it's coming right through the brain where you really process it and then mix it up with the heaven and the earth together in the center. But more than anything else, I can really feel that sensation. Won't tell you what the sensation is. It's just everybody has a different feeling of that movement of the heaven coming right through the head. Feeling it all together. Now I want to mix it all up as I first take my wrists, 90 degrees, feeling the energy of the earth coming through the palms and my feet and the center point under between the legs. The earth energy is coming up at its strongest, bringing the arms up, feeling the energy come up through the bottom of the arms, then flipping the hands up. Now I'm collecting both some energy of the earth through my feet, but energy of the heavens from above, looking up, the face grabbing the heaven as well, pushing it off to the sides, and then wrapping myself in it without touching, but the energies just hugging myself with that energy that was around me, but without touching them physically. Palms up, elbows back, and then push, compact it around me, away from me. Bring the hands back in again, and then pushing it, compacting it down through the legs, down to the earth. I can then relax. And we'll do that one more time. 90-degree angle of the wrist, feeling the weight, heaviness of earth coming up from below, and the light airiness of the heavens up. Look at it all, absorb it through my face and my hands, and pushing it to my edge of my energy, grabbing it all and collapsing it in my cocoon, hugging without touching. A little extra more heaven, and then compacting it down. And relaxing. Bringing my hands into the lower dantian and just feeling now the sensation of everything inside my body. Relaxing it all, integrating it all. I brought in heaven, I brought in earth, mixed it all together. My whole body's mixed it up on different planes. Think about all those first, the little points along my spine on the outside of my body, and then the belt meridian making it around like a circle around me, and then the swatches, the macrocosmic around me, my stick body, seeing all of those spinning stick pieces like a child's picture of a human, and that's our center. And all the heaven and the earth mixing together in the whole body at the same time. Slowing my breathing down. And I relax. Cool. I
Wow.
love that. Just all the feelings all at once. I mean, take
Yeah,
one
very,
off
very
of
nice.